Welcome to episode 7 of the JGE Talks podcast, hosted by myself, Lee Johnston. Very excited by today's guest. We have Tanya Harrison, Ladies Captain of Jumeirah Golf Estates. Tanya, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us.
You're welcome. I feel privileged based on the guests that you had before and their accomplishments. I was wondering why I was here.
It's a great list so far, and you're adding even more to that. So no, I do appreciate you joining us today. And
Thanks.
yeah, as always, we're just very interested to hear your story. Everybody has a different story, and of course, one of the things that we will touch on is the captaincy in JGE, which is, I always find it very fascinating and very interesting. But we'll take it back to the start a little bit if we can. So, in terms of your journey to Dubai, let's go back to the start. What brought you here? When was it, and what attracted you, and what made you come and make Dubai your home?
So I consider myself a nomad, I suppose. Every 5 years, I kind of get an itch.
Okay.
So there was an opportunity to potentially go to Doha a while back, but when I asked James to go for the job, he turned me down. And then a few more years later, he had the opportunity to come for a job here. And he kind of said to me, what do you think? So I was like, yeah, you should go for it. And I do this, and he gets really irritated. Where as soon as he tells me, I will Google everything. Schools, homes, you name it. And then I'll justify why we should. A lot of it was, obviously, I was born in South Africa, so the heat is something that I really missed. So he went for the job offer, and it was really quick. It was, I think, 3 weeks, and they offered him the position. Wow. So that's it. We packed up and off we... Well, it was delayed by COVID, to be honest.
Okay. So it was around COVID,
It was like literally as COVID hit. So he accepted the job, and he actually had to leave in the July. It was before lockdown. He managed to get here, and then we stayed behind. And then followed after that. So it was hard because although he had the job offer and he works in outdoor, everything was locked down. So it was pretty much, okay, well, are we or aren't we going to go? And it worked out in the end. So we got here.
And you came to Dubai from the UK?
Yeah, from Birmingham.
In the UK previously.
Yeah.
Okay. And so when you made that move, I guess with COVID, it was a bit of a challenge, was it? Did you visit Dubai first to kind of make the decision? Had you been here before? Or was there...
So we did. When we had the job off, when we had the opportunity to have the job offer, they said to come out and have a look. And so we came out in around February, I think it was. And that's when the first case of COVID came out. They were doing a cycling race, and one of the cyclists got it. And so, we did. We came, we stayed at Atlantis, we had a look around, we got lost a lot.
It's never a bad thing, is it, when you're looking for a new place?
And and then went back, and we were like, yep, we should go for it. So,
And was it, you touched on the warm weather, was that a big part of it, getting back to having some warm weather that maybe you weren't getting in Birmingham, or was there any other real standout reasons for making the move?
I think something different. What I really liked is what you read up about Dubai was just like their kind of morals, and I wanted it more to ground the kids and make sure they were brought up in a safe place. So that was also quite a pull for me. And I had heard that the expat community is quite tight-knit. And so they'd make good friends. And so the job opportunity for James was better. So it was a number of things, but yes, the weather is a huge plus. Even in the 50-degree heat, it's I can manage.
You were still playing golf yesterday, right?
Yeah.
At 50 degrees, so it can't be that bad.
For the first hour it's bad, and then it's okay.
Just stay hydrated.
Then you're used to it.
So the attraction, obviously, job opportunities, of course, are a big thing. Safety, which is something that we always talk about, isn't it? Dubai, and especially when you've got children. Has it kind of been as you expected then, Dubai? Was it even better perhaps, or?
Half and half. So unfortunately it's not been the best for my daughter. She's not enjoyed her experience. But for my son it's been amazing. He's really loved it, he's really thrived. For my husband it's been good. For myself it's also been really good, but is there a but? No, there's not. It has been good. We've made really good friends. the UK, when you had family and you went, like when we moved to Birmingham from London, it's not as easy to make friends there. Whereas here, I think everyone feels the same.
Yes.
So they very easily make friends. And I was told that it's hit and miss though, because some people will have had enough of trying because it's so transient.
Of course.
So they'll stop trying. Yeah. But a lot of the people we've met, thankfully, it's not been that transient with them. So we've had the friends since we got here, which is quite nice. Yeah. So yeah, all in all, I'd say it's been good. I wish it would have been better for my daughter, but it's been really great. And golf club's been a huge plus to all of it, to be honest.
Yeah, so it's a nice hub of a community, isn't it, in most cases, and it helps in terms of making friends. And I guess, by the sounds of it, obviously a challenge if your daughter's maybe not enjoying it as much as you'd like, and son's enjoying it, daughter's not enjoying it so much. But the friendship part is interesting, and what you say there as well, because I guess in my opinion Dubai's got less transient, but of course it has been, and it still is to some extent. And it's interesting what you say about people kind of stop trying, because it's like, well, we make friends and then they leave a year later, and it's hard. But if you can get that friendship group, it makes a big difference to your life as well, right? And,
I think because it's more of a place that people want to come rather than the packages for people to come here. I think that's why it's less transient now, because there's so many more people that people can become friends with, whereas before we're scattered.
Of course.
So more people want to stay. So I think it's easier for people to make friends and keep friends.
Yeah.
So.
And you touched on, obviously family life in Dubai. So you have 2 children, right? Son and daughter.
Correct.
Both good golfers as well, by the sounds of it.
Both are good. One doesn't want to.
I wish I was like that.
I know. I wish she would, but she just doesn't want to. She tries every now and again. I think she's at the age though where it's don't want to do what you want me to do.
Yes.
And I bet you she's going to get to like late 20s maybe and go, why didn't you tell me to do it? I'll be like, I did.
Tried.
But you wouldn't do it.
And you found that, again, obviously, challenges, I'm sure, as there is with, I've got a daughter myself growing up here, and as it's a great place. It's amazing, the safety aspect, but of course there's challenges. Have you seen Dubai as a positive place overall for the kids in terms of, I guess, education and the safety stuff and experiences, being able to be outside, or not so much?
I have done. There have been a few challenges, but I think the challenges are everywhere. And I think that's the thing. There's nowhere you can go where you're not going to find challenges. So, again, it has and it hasn't. So my son has a really nice group of friends. I think girls are a lot harder in that respect. So I think that's where the challenges come, is with them trying to navigate that element. So, but no, the school's been good. The school that my daughter is going to is a really great school. I really like that school a lot. My son's school's been really good, like I said, in terms of his friends and stuff like that. I think from a sporting aspect, not the sports that he likes. So, but I wouldn't move him now, because I think friends are very important, and you don't know how you would rock the boat if you try to move them. There's a nice selection of schools to choose from, nice distances from the houses. They've got some really nice kids in there, really nice families. So it's down to them also to choose the right families right friends for themselves, right?
Yeah, and like you say, children having challenges as they grow up is maybe hard at the time, but a good thing long term, right? If they can deal with and overcome them with our support sometimes, and not all the time, but there is no perfect place, and no challenges are going to happen somewhere else. And
exactly.
Dubai is the same. It looks perfect on the outside in some cases, but it's not necessarily a bad thing, right, for them to kind of experience certain things in a very safe environment overall.
Yeah, exactly. I do think it's you can move, but you're never going to find the right place. You just got to make do with where you are. And right now, for us as a family and for the future and what we're trying to achieve in the future, I think this is the best place for us. Try and explain that to the kids, try and let them understand, you've got to do in life what you've got to do. And if it means overcoming some challenges that you're having difficulty with, that's just an added bonus of a life lesson, isn't it? So, and we'll help them along the way
Of
where
course.
we can.
Yeah, sounds like we've got some nice challenges ahead with our 9-year-old daughter then over the next 10 years. But yeah, I'll be ringing you up for some help and support on that. So.
I'll help. You haven't seen the outcome yet, though.
And one of the things, a lot of people love with Dubai is the lifestyle as well. And, have you, again, we're sat here in Jumeirah Golf Estates right now where, we do both, and a lot of people spend a fair bit of time here. And is that something that you see as a huge kind of positive for yourself, for James, for family, and, overall compared to maybe back in the UK where you were previously?
Social life has definitely climbed, like a hell of a lot. So a lot of our friends there were hermits, I suppose, based off of the weather. But since we came here, your calendar is just full all the time. And you hardly leave the estate. If you live on the estate, that's where you stay, and that's where, unless you're going for brunch somewhere or something like that. So the lifestyle is really, really great. I really do like it. I think, there's some nice places to go. There's still so many that we haven't been to see. I was just saying the other day, how long have we lived here? And they were like, going into our 5th year. I said, how many times have we been to the beach? Now, James is not a fan of the beach, so his count is 2.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's quite impressive, actually, in 5 years.
Yeah, unless I drag him there, which I did the other morning. My daughter's been more because she goes with friends. My son's been a few times. But you get complacent, don't you? So you don't go and see things. And a couple of friends of mine and we decided to do something called Adventure Club. Okay. So every month, someone would pick an idea of something to do.
Nice.
And then we would just send it saying, this is what you need to pay, and the surprise will be on the day. One of those friends have left, and it's dwindled a little bit, but we did manage to do the World Islands, which was really nice. We went on to the restaurant that takes you up in the air.
Okay.
That was really cool.
Brave, yeah.
One friend didn't stop holding the table the entire time until the end. So I was really apologetic for that. That was my choice. And then we went to a yoga and brunch retreat for the day. Very nice. And then what was the other one that we did? I don't know if we managed a 4th one, but it's unfortunate because that was really nice. We did a hatter hike. Okay. Oh, yes. So that was really nice. Yeah. So that was a nice way of exploring everything and not having to drag James to the beach with me.
It's a very nice, it's a good and nice way to do it, because you mentioned the hatter hike there, and honestly, Kelly and I have been talking about doing this hatter hike for the last 5 years, and we're still not been.
It's amazing.
And it takes that, someone to go, right, we're doing it, this is what you need, this is what it's going to cost if there's a cost, be here at this time, and off you go, and you're like, wow, this is incredible. And I hear so many people say the same thing as well.
It was so good. We woke up at I think it was 5 in the morning, and we left. We had a coffee and a sandwich on the road. We got there, we went, they took us on the hike. Then we went on a mountain bike ride, and then we paddled in the Hatter Dam. Yeah. It was really good, and by mid-morning you were done and you drove home. Nice. It was such a good day out if you can. Yeah. I'd actually like to spend a weekend. Okay. And they've got Hatter campsites, I think it is. Really like to do that, and over December, I've heard it's really nice. Yeah, perfect with the weather, isn't it? Okay, so that's a top tip then for the winter to get out and do that. Okay, well, you can hold me accountable this time as well on that one. So. I'll be asking you. Did you go to Hatter yet?
And the golf club has played a big role, would you say, in terms of the friendship, the lifestyle side of things? Would it have happened without the golf club? You still have to make the effort, but has that made a difference?
When we got here, I had been offered the opportunity to carry on working for my company back in the UK. But the hours would mean that it would be like a 9 o'clock finish on a Friday evening. And with having to get the kids sorted and the house sorted, James and I were like, okay, I'll hand in my notice and I'll just focus on getting everything set up. And so we kind of went from 2 weeks in self-catering accommodation whilst we were getting set up before we moved into our house on JGE Estate. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, the kids went to school, James went to work, and I was like, okay, right, now what? Now what am I going to do? So I sent him a message going, okay, I'm going to join one of the academies down here to see if I can meet some ladies that way. He said, okay, fine. So off I went to the academy, and I spoke to Andy Carter at the time. And I said, I've played golf before, this is my handicap, I'm looking to join a ladies group. can I please join one of the ladies groups? So he kind of looked at all the groups and he was like, hey, this one you'll fit into. So he put me into this group and off I went to the group. And we started playing, and one of the ladies in there, you know, when you meet people, there's just someone that'll catch your eye because they seem very similar to you.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. This lady she said something, I can't remember exactly what she said, but it just made me giggle. I was like, oh, okay, maybe we could be friends. Anyway, then say like 3 weeks into the academy, he had sent a message going, there were 2 messages, and I will stand by this. They still tell me to this day that it didn't happen. There was a mention of a par 3 challenge or a 3 club challenge or something, and I must have misread it to a 3 club challenge. So it was done at Emirates par 3, and I just took 3 clubs. So when I got on the tee box,
everyone else had a full set.
Everyone else had a full set, but he paired me with these 2 other ladies. One of which was the one I thought, oh, okay. And they wrote back to him saying, I don't want to play with her. She can play golf and I really don't want to play with her. I'm going to be embarrassed. So he said, just leave it. Yeah. You're going to be friends. It's fine. Anyway, so when I rocked up there, he just took one look at me and went, someone's a bit confident. I was like, oh,
3 clubs.
With my 3 clubs. Anyway, I borrowed clubs because obviously I was a bit stupid and only took 3. It was really fun. And the academy's been phenomenal for me, making friendship groups and going out and playing. And I think at the time the ladies group was quite small.
Yeah, I was going to ask because it seems to have grown quite a lot in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I don't think it was, because we were in it, I didn't think it was that big. And I was on the range and one of the other ladies said, would I play golf? So I said, oh, okay. So I gave him a number. But we would always go out, these 4 ladies that knew each other. It would only be us 4 that would go out, and you get comfortable, don't you?
Yeah.
So none of them had handicaps, none of them had played in competitions. So there's also that element of nervousness and messing up or being slow. So we would all go out and play. And then Stephen Hubner came and said, please, can you join the ladies group? So we were like, oh, they didn't want to. I was like, just come on, let's just do it. And that's how we then all started joining the ladies group. And then obviously Sheila grew it, Evelyn grew it, Anna was really good at growing it. And we've just tried to keep on growing it. We've lost a few, but it has grown. There's a variation of ladies that are really quite nervous to be out there. So they don't put themselves forward. To some that will go out and give it a go and just try their best. So it's a good group of ladies. It's really nice. But TFA is where I made my connection, and that's how the friendships have grown from there. So it's been really good. And that's, then it was regularly. It was then I had something to do.
Of course.
I kind of had purpose where, not that you don't have purpose, but from going from working to then twiddling your thumbs thinking, because I've worked ever since I was 17, so it's an awkward feeling not to get up and do something.
You need to keep the mind active, and golf certainly does that, right?
Yes, in bad ways and good ways.
And previously, then, like work-wise, spent time executive assistant, is that correct?
So yes, I didn't study, but I've been in a number of different positions. So from school, I went in as a school secretary. Then I was a clothing store manager assistant. Then I was a friend of mine opened a bakery, set up a bakery, and I did his books for him.
Oh, wow.
Then I went and I worked in credit control for Toyota. Wow. Then I went to the UK, and I was only supposed to go and visit my brother. But I went over and then started my ancestral visa application. And so the day I arrived, we went out and I got a job in a bar. I am not a good bar lady. I will admit I almost got fired from that position because I charged...
test the drinks by any chance?
No, I charged... You would have loved that. I charged people £0.01 for a beer.
Oof.
That's why I nearly got fired. And I broke a bottle of Michelob. So... They were like,
great price.
Yeah, last thing and you're done. I was like, actually, I've got some interviews. They were like, yeah, please go and have them. So I then went for 2 job interviews, one in advertising, one in recruitment.
Yeah.
Both offered me the job, and I took advertising.
Okay.
And I started off as, what was the title at the time? Oh, I can't remember the title, but I used to work in the department that used to put the bookings that the salespeople did on the system.
Okay.
And I progressed to manager of that team. And then I got into systems also, which I really enjoyed. And then James joined the company.
Okay.
And then he asked me to marry him. We then went to Birmingham, and I then joined the company that provided the systems, and so I worked for them.
Nice.
And then went back to work in advertising as the executive assistant of the CEO there, and then back into advertising again to do a commercial manager's role.
Okay.
It's commercial systems manager role. So that was my last one.
Wow.
So yeah.
And
So a few things.
Yeah, I was going to say quite a varied
Yeah.
variety of roles and experiences, though, which is good as well, right?
It is good. It's not so good if you're looking for something and people want
Specific.
a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Then it's not that good. But I always say, like, yes, papers do mean something, but like you can do anything. Obviously not surgery, but you can do anything you put your mind to if you want to.
And the experiences that you've had in those different roles put together probably actually puts you ahead of a lot of people who might have the piece of paper, perhaps.
Yeah, but it's getting people to see that, right?
Yeah.
But also, when you're out of it for quite a while, you lose your confidence, and you kind of look at things and you think, oh my God, can I do that? Can I actually do that? You can, but I'm also the older person now, because my boss in the first job in the UK that I had after the bar job, we got to become very good friends. And she said, do you want to know how you got the job? I was like, well, I don't know if I do I? And she went, well, it was between you and an older person. And so I said, do you want the young one or the old one? And they said the young one. I was like, thinking now, I'm the old one. So I was just like, oh, but yeah. So that's...
You've still got you've got a lot, and we're going to touch on the captaincy side of things here, which I'm sure does keep you very busy as well. And do you miss the day-to-day kind of work side? Do you feel?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I do. Like I said, I've worked since 17. I've never not worked. So, well, I have now, but I'm just built to. I think a lot of South Africans actually are. They are hardworking people. Yeah. It's how they were brought up, and so I do miss being able to go out and. I suppose I have your independence away from being a mom too, maybe. So once captaincy's up, I am going to be looking back into seeing what I can do. Yeah. Because I do miss that. I think there's a little bit of a void I need to fill. So I will be doing that. Captaincy though is been great. The team here are exceptional. They really are. I don't know how you praise Franco and his team, because they are really on top of everything. Like without them, it would be really hard, I think, to try and do it on your own. They've got so many ideas. They very responsive. You give them ideas and they'll help you out. Yeah. It's really been good to do it with them.
That's good. I mean, I'm sure
Cameron's taken it. I think he's lead on it now. It used to be Adam, but now they got Cameron, and he really is exceptional.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll appreciate this shout out, and I know for a fact that they all listen to this podcast as well. So it's a good time for them to say.
Oh, really?
To hear the thank you. So
you're welcome.
So now we're touched on the captaincy side of things. How did it come about? And I guess to people that maybe don't know or understand, JGE is a relatively kind of young club in theory, and captaincy, I guess, in golf is very traditional and known in a lot of traditional golf clubs across the world as something that happens. It doesn't happen at every golf club. I know the one that I started playing with never had and still doesn't have a men's or ladies captain.
Oh yeah.
So, and I think here, it was only, would it be 5?
I think 5 years now, because Steve, Drake, or Go Ladies, Sheila, Evelyn, Anna, 4.
Yeah.
We're going into our 4th.
Yeah.
We'll be going into our 5th next year. I hope I haven't left anyone out. I don't think I have.
And so, again, it sounds very exciting, right? To have the title of Ladies Captain, Jumeirah Golf Estates, one of the world's most famous golf clubs. I also have an idea on the level of work and commitment and effort that takes as well. But how did it kind of come about? Is it something that you wanted, you were looking for? Did you try to get it? How does it work for those that don't know and understand?
So I always saw I would never be a captain of a golf club. Predominantly because you have to public speak, and I'm not a public speaker. So that frightened me. That's why I was like, nope, I won't do it. I can do organising, like I can help with organising or trying to rally people together. That's fine, but don't get me to talk. And then we were at a barbecue, and Anna said, "Oh, she's submitting names." So the MCC get asked to submit names of people they think would be good for the role.
Yeah.
So you go through all your lady members. There's a criteria. Ladies have to, I think, have been a member for 3 years. Okay. They would prefer a non-working lady, but it's not like, I don't think it's regimented anymore. Yeah. And then it's just how much you participate within the club. And so she said she had put a few names there. Would I be interested? So both my husband and a friend of mine, 2 friends of mine, were like, yeah, you should do it. I was like, nope.
And this was at a barbecue, maybe a few drinks involved, perhaps.
Only a little, only a few, not
just
many.
A couple.
Yeah, tame. So I said no initially, and then I think I got a WhatsApp going, "Are you sure you're not interested?" So I was like, oh, and then James was like, "You can do it. You got to do it." I was like, oh, of course, and they've got to choose anyway, so it's not like they're going to choose me. Yeah, fine, okay, put my name down. It's fine. So they put my name down, and lo and behold, Stephen gave me a call and said, could we have a chat? Would you be interested? I was like, oh, man. And James happened to be getting something when I was meeting Stephen. So he came and sat in on the meeting also. And he was like, yes, she'll do it. So I asked how much public speaking I had to do. And successfully, I did the members' party, so that was fine. But I think there might be one more in December that I'll have to do. Yeah. But yeah, so that's how it came about. They just asked if I would, so I said yes, going against everything I'd ever said in the past. I was like, why not? So I gave it a go, and
Amazing.
But it also is really good because the ladies are lovely. They really, we've got a really nice level of competitive ladies. Yeah. They're all encouraging of one another. The community is phenomenal. Yeah. It's really, there's so much support for everyone. I mean, there were tears when Trudy, Jilly and Jane were leaving. Yeah. We had a dinner at Brasola, and you know how much it means, but you don't know how much it means until you see someone cry. Yeah. And Trudy cried a lot when we left that dinner. She's still going to come back, but that's how much it means being part of the group. Yeah. And everyone just sits and they'll talk to everybody. They'll play with everybody. It's really nice. And we're still trying to grow it a lot more. We're still trying to get more ladies to come in and play. It's just working past those ladies that are really nervous. Yeah. But it's what they have brought in is the Nana wine.
Okay.
And that's
I've heard about this. Yeah,
it's really good. Nice. Yeah. It's
nice way to get out.
It is really nice. It's a nice incentive for afterwards also, because you can sit and have a giggle about. Yes. I believe one of the ladies turned the wrong way and was asking where the flag was, but it was behind her. But you have to laugh at this. This was before the wine, or this was after the wine? Before. We laughed after with the wine. But it's like that shouldn't stop you from coming out. Everybody's got to learn some way, don't they?
Yeah, definitely.
And so it's just being that supportive. Eventually it'll get to a stage where you're hitting it like you want to hit it, or getting the scores that you want to get it. But you just have to carry on going out, being with the ladies, that you enjoy going out with. Not everyone gets on with everyone, so which is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But then just make sure you're playing with the ladies that make you feel comfortable and make you want to be there. But majority of the group is, you know, we've even had I've been to some clubs where some of the ladies have commented. I think at one of our events, one of the ladies were on an activation station and was part of another club. I can't remember the club that she was part of, but she said it just seems like everyone is just so happy. Yeah. And you don't get that at many clubs.
Yeah, and it's that sense of, it's like you're saying, you know, when people leave, and it is, you build that sense of community, which is kind of what we touched on as well earlier with, you know, the golf club as well, but to have it within the ladies section, if you want to call it that, and, you know, that is down to, yes, the club itself and the leadership here, it's down to people like yourself as well, who are, I'm sure, doing a lot behind the scenes as well to organise and manage and to bring people together, but it's nice, isn't it? That's nice to have as a member of a golf club, man or woman, to have that community and to be able to get involved in it. And, you know, and yes, it can be scary now and again to get out on the golf course with people who play a lot of golf, but it's not kind of about that, is it? It's more the social side and the friend side. Yeah. But what would you say is the biggest challenge about being the ladies captain of Jumeirah Golf Estates?
Selfishly, being able to play good golf.
Yeah.
Challenge, I would say, is filling the spots at times, as well as accommodating everyone's desire. Not that they're ridiculous, but just, you know, making sure that, because a lot of the ladies are working moms, maybe, working moms or workers, or, you know, so they would like to have certain times and slots. And so it's not a big challenge to have, to be honest, but I would say that possibly is it. Yeah,
trying to bring it all together and make sure.
Yeah, just making sure that everyone's happy, which is a challenge in anything you do. Yeah. But it's not one of those ones where you feel drained because it's such a challenge. It's just, you know.
It's part and parcel of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not, There's not much of a, like a hard challenge. Yeah. I've really enjoyed it. I really have. I can't say that there's been something where I've thought, oh, I want this to end.
Well, that's good, isn't it? So
it's
far.
very good.
Yeah, very good. And I guess the flip side then, and apart from, you know, the parking space that you get with your name on it and security, I'm sure, looking after your car.
I might keep the key fob.
What would you say is the best bit?
For me, it's the staff. Like, even before you were captain, it's just the staff that call you by name and like, do they ever have a bad day? Because they make me feel bad when I have a bad day, and I get grumpy because I don't think I've encountered a JGE staff member that is grumpy or miserable. They just make you feel like you are something special. Yeah. You know, from when you open your boot to give your bag out, oh, morning, how are you? Or down at the range, you know, calling you by name, and then if you don't know their name, you feel really horrible because you can't give that same treatment back. But they, for me, make my time here feel really great. Yeah. I really love, you know, walking into Crafty and Joy's there and she, oh, Miss Tanya, how are you? Like, just, you don't have to give anything. It's just kindness. I love that. Yeah. I really do.
It's a good point. It's a nice point. And again, I agree. I think the staff here, like you say, the first minute you step in, dropping your bags off, or even without your bags and you're walking past and the guys are saying your name, and it carries on through the club, right?
Yeah,
which again comes down to leadership and the staff. And, you know, I think from my perspective as a member of the golf club, and, you know, with the captains that we've had, I would say one of the great things is, you know, because I've been involved in other golf clubs in the UK, and sometimes, you know, you would look at the captain or the captains as almost people that you can't kind of speak to. Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas here, I think the captains are and have been like normal people, if that's the right way to say it. You know, people that, you know, we'll see each other, you say hello, like nobody's afraid to come and say hello to you. You say hello to people, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of people that also want your time, you know, at times as well and try and discuss stuff with you, but always open and approachable. And I think that's also, from members, it's great to have that because again, you just, you know, you say hello and you don't have to bow down every time you walk past, just now and again, of course, but
just now and again. Every so often the red carpet comes out.
Exactly, now and again. And I think it's a good way that they've, you know, they managed that process so far with people that have been involved. We've obviously have the tournament here in November, so fast approaching, and that is an exciting kind of piece for the captain. So what does that look like to you? What, if you're going to be a bit more of a pivotal part of that perhaps than you would be without being the captain?
From what I've, the talks that I've had, it's actually really amazing. I think you get to walk inside the ropes with, I don't know if it's going to be the leader, but it'll be one of the groups on the final day, which is really nice. You get to play in the pro-am, which is going to be amazing. I'm looking really forward to that. Bizarrely, I'm not actually looking that forward to the in the ropes walking. I get quite shy, I suppose is the word. So I'll just feel like I'm a spare part. You know, everyone would jump at it. I'm just but like, ooh, look at me, who's that? Who's walking there? You're like, hey. So, not in how I'm not going to take it. Obviously, I'll take it. But,
no, I understand. But
so, a few bits before then, because Anna told me that she was really busy leading up to that. So I don't know exactly what the other bits and pieces I'll have to do, but those are the two standouts, is the fact that you play in the pro-am and you get to walk inside the ropes. I think potentially you get a picture with the winner afterwards, if I'm not mistaken.
Or they get a picture with you is really how you should be saying that.
Or if that isn't the case and somebody's listening, they should make that happen.
Perfect. I mean, it sounds like it's a nice kind of, because it's coming to the end of the captaincy, right? So it kind of fits in well with, you know, you've worked hard and you've put a lot of effort and time into the captaincy throughout the year, and you kind of get that as a bit of a celebration kind of bonus. And it's a nice way to almost sign off before, you know, you finish off, I guess, towards the end of the year. So okay, nice. So
I am looking forward to it. I really am. I'd like to say narrowly, but that would be an understatement. But I almost won the what was it?
With the qualifying competition.
Fastest ball, not fastest ball on a...
yes.
You know the one I'm talking about. I played my heart out and I shot one of the best scores of my life, but somebody pipped me by, I think, 13 shots less their handicap.
Oh, wow.
To take it.
That was a good round.
For them, yeah. That's right.
And so looking ahead, you know, busy year, I'm sure, by the sounds of a year that you've enjoyed with the captaincy, and you kind of touched on it before. What's next then for you post-captaincy? You've mentioned maybe looking at the work side of things again. Is that the key focus really, maybe going into next year?
Yes. So I will have to find a parking space. Obviously, I'll miss out on that next year. But yes, once my year's over, I will be looking to try and find something to do. And still obviously attend all the competitions, because I do love the competitions. They're really nice. So I'd like to try and find that balance where I can still play and support Michelle as she goes into her year, because I think the support would mean a lot to her. So I'd like to be there as much as I can for that. But personally, I would like to try and find something to get my teeth stuck into.
Okay, well, you never know. You know, we'll share this far and wide. I'm sure there'll be people reaching out to you for the day your captaincy ends, and they'll be ready to, you know, to discuss some stuff. So.
Maybe.
And I guess, you know, the next few months, busy tournament, rest of the captaincy and so on. Going to commit and keep up the golf after the captaincy as well, you've said. Make sure that you're still playing. And
I've managed to get myself down to a 6.5 now.
Yeah, well, so when you were talking about the TFA at the start and saying, I was very concerned that you were about to tell me that you started golf like 2 years ago, because I've played golf with you and I've seen how far and well you hit the ball, so that would have really disappointed me, but they've only been 2 or 3 years since you started playing.
I think I was I worked it out the other day, maybe 10 years.
Okay.
So, yeah, but sport has been my thing. I've always played sport. I actually threw a javelin, and I still hold 2 school records in South Africa, because I went to a load of different schools in South Africa. Okay. So, my sister actually, she's 12 years younger than me, and she took a picture of the sports day itinerary, and my name was still on there.
And it's still there. That's nice, isn't it?
So I still hold that record.
Wow, amazing.
So, but yeah, only 10 years ago, and I've managed to, now the lowest I've ever got is 6.5.
Nice.
Trying to get it down, but it's hard.
We all are, yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard. I could, if I just could potentially 100 yards in. If I could fine tune that, I reckon I'd be scratch.
Well, I'm sure,
I'm hoping.
Those boys at the TFA will sort that out in no time with a bit of...
I need to go there. I haven't gone there. I'm not much of a...
practicer.
No, I'm not much of a going to lessons, because I will then stand over the ball and overthink everything.
Yes, that's
so I've decided
what I'm doing every time I step on a golf course, and it's not fun. But
it's good, but you will then sit there and it'll just be there. Do this, stretch out, do that, and So I refrain from going. Every so often I'll go for one, and then I'll be like, okay, I've got one thing to focus on.
Oh, well, look, it's been very interesting to hear kind of the journey, and obviously the captaincy forms a big part in terms of where we are with JGE and the community and the idea behind the podcast. And, I think from my side, and you probably won't like me saying this because I know what you like, but you have definitely been and are a very well-respected member and captain of the club. People, like to chat to you, like to play golf, and I'm sure the ladies section are very happy to have had you, and, I'm sure you'll leave a good mark on that as well going forward. And, it's exciting, I guess, in a way, to be looking at maybe work options after that as well to keep you busy, because once you've not got the captaincy, you might need something else as well to keep you busy. And I hope you do, definitely, and I'm sure you will keep on with that golf stuff. So no, it's been very, very interesting to hear that. We're not finished yet though. We've got a little quick fire for you. So nothing too strenuous. So earth or fire?
Earth.
You did think about that for a second. Fire came?
I did, but I think earth, because I've shot my lowest scores on there. I think I got I don't want to lie, 76.
Okay, nice.
So
very good.
Definitely earth.
And that's on earth, which is, in theory, the toughest course, right, as well. Earth or Magulus?
Earth.
Yeah, doesn't take much thinking about. Yeah. Castori or Basola?
Ooh, Castori.
Okay. Good on a Thursday night
curry
club.
I do like Castori.
Crafty or Botta?
Crafty.
Yeah. Because Botta's a bit healthier, and it's...
I like health, but there's a nice atmosphere in Crafty, isn't there? Like the pre-game drinks on a Sunday.
Yeah. Instead of the driving range, meeting the Crafty Fox.
Yeah.
I agree.
We spoke about that over the weekend, going, how did you prepare for your game? Couple of pints.
There's definitely a few interesting warm-up techniques in this golf club that maybe the pros don't quite do the same. Race to Dubai winner for 2025.
Ooh.
At Jumeirah Golf Estates.
Out of Jumeirah?
At Jumeirah Golf Estates. So
who's the lineup?
I mean, Rory's going to be here, isn't he, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Tommy, of course, will be here.
Okay.
Some local favourites.
Who will win, or who would I like to win?
You can give us both.
Both?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure. I would like Tommy to win, obviously.
Yeah.
It's difficult because I'm not sure who the entire lineup is, so I don't know that Rory would.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got a few demons he's fighting.
Okay. If he's listening, maybe he can spend some time with you when you're here and, figure them out.
Don't have lessons. If I can do this quickly.
Oh, we're going for it now. We're making sure we get this
right.
Are. Because you are potentially going to meet this person as well, so you do need to...
if he wins and he listens to this, and I've said, I don't think he has it in him.
Sure, all of the European Tour golfers are currently listening to... Maybe we could go for Tommy. Got some work to do, perhaps.
Okay, I'd like Tommy to win, and I'm going to go, is Paul Waring?
I'm sure he will be.
Go
If he's
on.
not already. Okay.
We'll go in
well,
for
we'll
him.
throw it
We'll
out
get
there anyway.
him for
Whether he is
one.
or he isn't, then
Yeah.
we'll go for it.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know who's on the lineup, so I'll go those two.
Yeah, they've still got a few months to go, haven't they? So if they're not in it yet, then they can...
JGE home favourites.
Yeah, nice. Okay, amazing. Right, well, thank you very much, Tanya. It's been a
Thank you.
pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah,
Enjoy the rest of your year as Lady Captain, and enjoy the
you.
tournament. And yeah, we'll...
You're going to be around for that?
Absolutely.
13th of December.
100%.
Perfect.
Yeah, we will be there for sure. It's
Perfect.
another good day in the JGE calendar.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, exactly.
Yes, and I guess if anybody wants to reach out and connect, which we do always encourage to you. I know you're active on LinkedIn.
Yep.
You're active in the golf club here itself. So anybody that hasn't spoken to you and might see you warming up in the crafty before a round can come and say hello. And
there's other people in there, not me. I'm on the range.
Of course. Yeah, me too. Perfect. Well, yeah, we'll share. So hopefully I'm sure there will be some people that might want to.
Perfect. Thank you very much for having me, by the way.
Pleasure.
I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.